All right, we're going to start out slow. Get comfortable throwing your basic set of strikes, and then you have to show me how well you can defend yourself. Jabs are great to set your opponent up for a more powerful punch. Now, lead with the jab and follow with a couple of bell-ringing hooks. Ding, ding. All right, now set up the uppercut with a jab. Listen, nobody does that, so you might trick him. And you never know, you might just put your opponent to bed. All right, good stuff. Now, you've got all the basic punches down, so go ahead and throw this combo. Nice. Now, go ahead and throw some leg kicks to slow him down and to take away his power. That's gonna do some damage over time. Now, to do an instant knockout type of damage, do a roundhouse to the head. I got no complaints when you do it like that now. Great work. Are you ready to start the exercise? Next, we're going to work on some stamina drills. Now, go ahead and start off by throwing as many punches as you can until I feel your gassed. Perfect. Now, move around a little bit and throw some more heavy punches. That was excellent work. You did a great job with that. Hey, it's time to go. Now that you know how damaging low stamina can be, it's time to steal some good. Now, body shots don't show tons of damage, but they will drain all the energy and spirit out of a fighter. Go ahead, don't forget about the legs. They have a stamina of their own. If you start low kicking the legs, man, this guy's gonna hobble around the ring. You're gonna break your opponent if you keep that up. Great job! Are you ready to push yourself? Let's go. Go ahead and dash in each direction so I know that you know how to move around the ring. I want to see how you stick and move. So get him with a couple of jabs and good. Now hit him with a jab and then follow it up with a hook and quickly. Well done. Now get him with 2 shots from your lead hand. When that is what you're capable of, you should go for it every time. Just so I know you aren't going to get your head taken off, humor me by blocking a few shots. But remember, if you sit there and you block. Now if you want to parry a shot, it will throw him off balance and you can follow it up with a beautiful counter. If he's throwing his left, you want to parry it to the left. And if he's doing it right, you want to do it right. That's good. You're doing what it takes to be great. Okay, it looks like you got the basics down, which is good because, surprise, surprise, I have you booked for your first amateur fight. Don't be nervous. Just focus on your stand-up right now. We'll get to the rest later. But if you want, we can spar a little bit. Stand-up is only part of the mixed martial arts equation. You're also going to need to know how to handle yourself in a clinch. Good. Let's do some clinch basics. Some clinches, some strikes, some work against the cage. Easy enough. Now, throw some damaging knees and some slicing elbows at your opponent. Okay, now that you've done your damage, you want to get out of the clinch. That's good. You're doing what it takes to be great. You're gonna break your opponent if you keep that up. Great job. Let's do it. We're going to start out the same way. Clinch up. Now, getting him against the cage is going to put you in a dominant position, and it will give you some different. Now that he's against the cage, take him down. Now, a takedown from the double. If you want to take somebody down, a double underhook is a perfect way to set it up. I want to see you clinch in your next fight, which, by the way, I've already scheduled for you. Yep, that's right. Hey, listen, don't worry about going to the ground. These guys aren't at that level yet either. Do you want a little quick sparring session before we head out? You will know when it's time to go pro. And when you're ready, I'll get you a solid fight. You can use that win to get signed with the league. The last area we're going to focus on is the most complicated. The ground. Are you ready? Good, good. Now, we'll start off with some simple takedowns and strikes, followed up by some submission work. Okay, now get your opponent to the ground. Once on the ground, good. Now get the mantra in your head. Strike to pass, pass to strike. Strike to pass to strike. Pound out some quick jabs to his face. I can tell you one thing. Your next opponent would quit if he just seen you do that. When you throw a couple of strikes, you can improve your position and you can move to the right. Oh yeah, I'm loving the intensity. That's it. And if you have the chance to pass to the mount, the full mount, now elbows are going to cut him up like a knife. So let's perform a few elbow strikes. Drop some heavy hammer fists. Go ahead and wail on him. All right, he's had enough. Let's get him. You'll make your next opponent quit if you keep it up like that. Keep going. Start by clinching up with him, and then take him down. All right, keep going. Now, try to get to the mount because that's where you can get the most damage. Don't let him get out of it. Deny him trying to pass to a... I wish everyone in this gym could do it like that. You really have it down. Let's see how you deny some submissions. Remember, it's about timing and reading his movement. He can't hide it when he's going for one. You're gonna break your opponent if you keep that up. Great job! Okay, now you get to put an Americana on him. Be careful with your stamina as you try to lock it up, or you won't be able to finish it. When that is what you're capable of, you should go for it every time. Choking a guy out is not the same as trying to break off his arm. You want the sweet spot with your grip, but he'll be looking for the same thing. During a submission battle, the sweet spot is always on the move. Hey, trust me on this, okay? You do not want to twirl the stick in circles. I mean, what is that? Some kind of stupid game again? And here we are, your last amateur fight. Good job. Now, it seems like you know what you're doing. Let's use all the tools that you've learned to end this fight quick. You want to spar a little bit before we head out? You executed your game plan and you walked away with the victory. Way to go.
Listen, you have enough to worry about with your training. You can trust me. I always pick the best opponents for you. I'll send you the contract via email, and all you have to do is sign it.
Listen, fighting in a league named Weapons of Destruction, come on, not the greatest thing, okay? So let's finish your opponent and move on to the next one.
You must go through 8 weeks of training camp before every single fight. Without it, you won't be ready to win.